Over the last couple of months, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic has had a rough deal. There's been rumors of cancellations with the game and the fact that Sony wasn't happy with what was being shown to them. However, a new hope still remains for the KOTOR remake, and we're going to be getting into all the information. And if you really want this game, I'm going to give you some information that will keep your hopes up. The following articles come from Insider Gaming, and from the end of September this year to the middle of November, we got some rumblings that Star Wars KOTOR remake might have been cancelled, as Sony deleted the announcement post of the game from Twitter and made the reveal trailer private. Also, an investor questioned the CEO of Embracer about what was going on with the KOTOR remake, and the CEO declined to comment on the situation. We then had Jeff Grubb in the middle of November say that I just want to clear it up, this game is not being worked on right now. So from Sony scrubbing down all the posts of the game and an insider claiming that the game is no longer being worked on, it was assumed that Star Wars KOTOR remake had been cancelled. But 5 days later from this disastrous news, we got this headline from Insider Gaming that states, from Tom Henderson, Knights of the Old Republic remake is still in development at Saber Interactive. The article reads, the news comes via Bloomberg's Jason Schreier, who shut down the recent comments from Giant Bomb's Jeff Grubb that the game is not being worked on right now. Jason Schreier first took to Reset Era and said, is it alive and will it ever actually come out? Are very two different questions. A third is, if it does ever come out, what will it actually look like? He continued that said, I've talked to two people at Saber who both say they're still currently working on it, so I don't believe that the comment that it isn't being worked on in any way right now is true. Jason Schreier then went on Twitter and said, can't say whether the KOTOR remake will ever actually come out, but yes, two people from Saber Interactive tell me they're still on it. Despite recent rumors that nobody is working on the game, Saber took the project from Aspire last year, as Bloomberg reported then. But we don't know to what scale these two people are working on the game and how many other developers are working on the game at the same time. How many developers are working on the game right now? The question still remains, will the game ever come out? It still seems like the game is not in the best of situations right now, but it's not completely dead. And we can get our hopes up even more with this next article that reads, Disney knows there's still demand for KOTOR remake. And I'll even add myself that PlayStation knows that there's still a massive demand for the KOTOR remake. Hell, they started off their presentation in 2021 with the KOTOR remake to excite fans and to show them that this was the caliber of games that they're bringing to PlayStation. And the fact that Disney and PlayStation execs didn't want Aspire to be working on the KOTOR remake after what they produced shows that they want nothing but quality, especially coming from PlayStation. However, let's continue with the article that reads, most recently it was stressed that Saber Interactive is working on the KOTOR remake and that the project is gathering steam since the company took over the development of the long-awaited remake from Aspire in 2022. For years, fans of the franchise have been calling out for someone to remake it. It seemed for a while that it would become one of those mythical games that was rumored to be in development but would never surface. In an interview with Axios, Sean Shoptaw, the head of gaming at Disney, explained how the Titanic company is aware of the demand for a KOTOR remake. Not a lot I can say on that point for some hopefully obvious reasons, but KOTOR is obviously an incredibly popular game, one that we are incredibly proud of and think that there's still a lot of demand for. I'll leave it there. So I'm very glad that we got this quote from the head of gaming over at Disney, and KOTOR remake is still on their minds. It seems like it's a game that they really do want to get out at some point, but it may take a lot longer than originally intended. Also, in regards to the scrubbing of KOTOR remake posts by Sony, it seems like the company clarified that this was due to a music licensing issue. However, after doing some more research on KOTOR remake, I found an expanded quote from Jeff Grubb on his show Game Mess Mornings in regards to the KOTOR cancellation. The quote reads, the rumor was that it got taken away from Aspire, which has done a lot of these Star Wars remasters and moved over to Saber Interactive. There have been rumors that it's moved elsewhere since then. I want to clear it up. This game is not being worked on right now, full stop. This game is not being worked on in any way at any studio. So is Jason Schreier right? Is Jeff Grubb right? We don't know. And the thing is, I don't think they're going to make any announcements anytime soon, especially if this game is still very very early in development, but I also want to say that even if it is cancelled, even if it's dead in the water, it may take a few years, that doesn't mean it will never be made. We may see it get re-announced in 5 years time, but I really do hope that this game is not cancelled, it's not dead in the water, so I'm hoping that Jason Schreier is right in this situation. So here are the positives in regards to this situation. Jason Schreier's quote came after Jeff Grubb's. He claims that he's had words with the developers who are actually working on the game, and they told him himself that the game is not dead and those developers were working on it at that time. We also have the head of Disney Gaming. He told the world that yes, we know there's a demand. From the way Sony marketed the game, being the first game at their showcase in 2021 and not liking what Aspyr showed them, Sony know how important this game is to the fans too. So I hope we get more positive news in regards to KOTOR Remake, because I really want to play this game on the PlayStation 5. And again, if this game comes out, it's going to be a surefire hit. It will be another PlayStation Legendary exclusive title, even though the original was exclusive to the Xbox. I'll also leave the affiliate link for the Xbox version in the description below. We also talk about the Star Wars Eclipse game that's coming, as well as Star Wars Outlaws and other Star Wars games in development right now. There's even some little rumblings of a Mandalorian game, which I've made a video about. And I'm also working on a Patreon, which will also have exclusive videos, so you can go ahead and support me there if you can. But guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please leave a like if you found this information useful, and if it gave you any hope at all that the Star Wars KOTOR Remake is coming. I really want it to come. I really want it to come soon. Let me know your thoughts about what's going on with the situation. I really want to have a kind of discussion with you guys about this game. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Peace out, God bless, and I hope to see you in my next videos. Take care, guys.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind.